This video includes our passage from Bizerte, Tunisia to Trapani, Sicily. We explored the beautiful and historic district of Trapani, took a cable car to the mountaintop village of Erice, climbed an ancient bell tower, then explored the churches, plazas, and castles of Erice in the clouds. We were in Erice on a special day, and that made us feel like dancing. We had a wonderful time in Bizerte, Tunisia. Then we make our way across the Strait of Sicily, passing 3 islands to the port of Trapani. We spent a few days there before we headed south, anchored in Menfi and in Licata, sailing south on the Strait of Sicily. Then we anchored in Capopassaro and then spent more time in Ortigia and Siracusa before we sailed across the Ionian Sea towards Greece.
Starboard. Okay. A little bit more. Oh. More. Is it on?
Yeah, it's going. It's been adjusting.
Head where?
To the aft end of the big ship.
Okay.
The Strait of Sicily was another very busy waterway. Mark was on watch during the busiest hours. On the map, you could see most of the cargo ships behind us now. Good morning. We can see land.
Mark took down the flag for Tunisia and he's putting up the Italian flag. It's 5 a.m. in the morning.
Isola de Maritimo. We're thinking of anchoring at the one ahead of us.
Tell me the name of this island.
Isola de Levanzo.
Muy bien. Okay, now what's the name of this one?
Isola de Favignana.
We decided to not anchor by Favignana after all, and instead proceed to the mainland of Sicily and anchor by Trapani.
This is the town of Trapani.
According to historians, this island was inhabited by an ancient civilization during the Bronze Age, around 1100 BC. Then, this land was inhabited by the Greeks, Phoenicians, Carthaginians, Romans, Arabs, Normans, and Venetians.
Name of that fort over there, sweetheart.
Costello de Colombaia, also known as Il Costello de Mar, the Castle of the Sea. It was constructed in around 260 BC by the Greeks. Around 1200, the octagonal tower was built. 1400 was expanded, and in the 1800s, it was used as a prison.
And then they built onto it with these breakwaters to give us a nice harbor in here, and we're anchored in here.
I know.
It's nice. Here we are. We've set foot in Italy. I mean,
We're on our way to the port police office to check into Italy. After the crew was officially checked into Italy, we decided to explore the historic district. Porta Oscura is the oldest gate to the city, and the tower, Torre del Orologio, has one of the oldest astronomical clocks in Europe. As we were exploring the historic district, we passed by two churches. First, Chiesa dei Gesuiti, and we noticed that they were preparing for a wedding. Then we passed by Catedral de San Lorenzo. It was first founded by the Normans as the Chapel of St. George in 1102. The church was remodeled and expanded several times throughout the centuries. When we walked back to the north side of the island, we found that the weddings were in progress. It was a nice surprise. The coast of Trapani is where the Tyrrhenian Sea meets the Mediterranean, so its nickname is the City of Two Seas. We found a nice pub across from this former fish market from the 13th century, and we made some new friends. We also learned that it's a popular location for wedding photos, with the Fountain of Venus in the middle.
Base of that cable car, so I don't know what you want to ride the bus.
We can walk.
Maybe taxi back.
Yeah, 3 miles. We've done that before.
Yes, we walked 3 miles to the cable car, which took us to Mount Erice, but we took a taxi back to the marina.
I'd say we're only halfway.
Really? Oh my. We're in the clouds.
Here's some water, baby.
What's that gurgling sound?
No,
It was
it's drinking
you.
water. Look at this trail. See it?
Mm-hmm.
It's hardly used. Hardly used trail.
Here's the water. Oh,
More
you're
water?
right. We still have a ways to go. Oh, look. You can see the clouds drifting by.
2,500 feet above sea level up here. It's a pretty good little climb.
Yes, it's higher than I realized through the peak hidden by the clouds.
And the cable car disappears.
Historians believe a watchtower was originally built around 241 BC, which was about the time the Greeks occupied the area. The tower was rebuilt by the Normans when they occupied the area in the 13th century. During their occupation, the Normans built many churches, which is why Erice is also known as the City of 100 Churches. This church, known as the Royal Church, was expanded throughout the centuries. It was common to reuse materials, so materials from a temple to Venus were reused and repurposed to construct this church. We visited Erice on July 25th, 2023, on La Notte Romantica, the romantic night. We didn't know. We kept seeing these signs that said it, Site de Erice, obligo de besarse. We were obliged to kiss. So we cooperated.
It was La Notte Romantica. So we felt like, we really needed to be in compliance.
So even though it was not the night, we did a nice early romantic dance in the clouds in Erice.
Goodbye.
So long, Trapani, Sicily, Italy.
That's right.
That was a fun stop.
It was a fun stop.
And we climbed the mountain, which is now cleared up.
There's a view of the mountain right there.